I want to thank you for this privileged platform that you allowed me and my fellow sisters here today. I am Champree Dinkins, a Boston native by birth, the eldest of identical twins, and a Boston University alumni. I am also a young ebony woman who refuses to be oppressed and ignored, especially by a system that holds me and others alike under the guise of rehabilitation. Throughout my 9 years of incarceration at MCI Framingham, I've been through a lot and I've seen a lot. In 2016, I remember vividly standing outside in the compound, watching heaps of women push bins filled to capacity to the point of not being able to move them, crying. Chaos poured out all around us. We were desperate for answers, however, we received none. Just desensitized correctional officers threatening to confine, punish, and even oppress further if we dared to refuse or even complain. I'm gonna fast forward to the years of 2020 up into the current year of 2023. We've been shuffled around this campus so many times I've lost count. It seemed to me that during the COVID pandemic was the only time that they had room for us. We had 7 or more units available on this campus. In 2021, my unit of that time, which was West in the Smith building, was closed down without any notice. I remember asking the captain before that day that was on duty and shift commander, "Are we moving?" And he nonchalantly told me to my face, no, that it was only a rumor. By 1 p.m. that afternoon, there was a mass move taking place. We get more threats of having disciplinary actions taken against us if we refuse our moves. Such an irony. Here's where my deepest concerns lie. The majority of women incarcerated or detained at this facility reside and are rooted in the metropolitan areas, from Suffolk County, Norfolk County, Essex, Bristol, and Plymouth County. Being treacherously hauled off to a prison 2 or more so hours away will be cruel to us and to those who do time with us, for us, and by our sides. Our homes are already shattered by the devastating realities of our lengthy languishing sentences. Global inflation is hard enough on our families' day-to-day survival. From groceries, gas, college tuition, and other unnamed expenses, it is almost impossible to stay afloat. Transportation fees out into Western Mass will only cripple the family dynamics further, leaving it in detrimental ruin. As I testify here today, my mother, the Blessed Donna Dinkins, has no electricity, and yet she exclaimed to me in a sad tone, "I will never see you again, Pre, if you end up all the way out there." Millions of dollars have been invested into this facility, and million more will be. Yet we experience no new opportunity. I'm sorry. I personally say no to the shady agenda to build and reopen another prison. $50 million can open doors to women to have successful reentry. It can also aid our sober houses, our minimal security facilities with more resources to help women reenter and become constructive contributors to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We need decent programs that open doors into professional arenas. We also need instructors and educational tools that are up to date and relevant to our current modernized era. In 2019, I suffered a 2nd and 3rd degree burn to my left arm I was under the tutelage of a DOC contracted instructor of culinary arts. My arm was seared with an oven of 400 degrees when the door was closed on my arm when I was doing a temperature check for the chicken of that day that we were serving. That experience left me with a sear of traumatic distress in my memory. Whenever I smell burns or whenever I smell smoke, I'm reminded of how I was severely burned and severely neglected by medical care. To me, it seems as if they have started to look at us as if we are less than trash, as if our lives are cheap and we don't even have any matter or any voice. So today, I'm not only testifying for myself and for my future, but for the future of my children, the future of my community, the future of those who support and love me. And I'm raising my voice in testimony because I have nothing to lose. I have everything to gain. Me and the other women that you see here today. Instead of spending $50 million to destroy more homes and dreams from the hearts of our suffering families and our communities, put it towards rebuilding lives, rebuilding communities, restoring hope, restoring dreams, and building a stronger, more unified Commonwealth society. I say this, that I say yes to housing, to home ownership over imprisonment. I also say yes to reentry that doesn't discriminate against women's sexual orientation, their belief, or their past, or their formal criminal history. In conclusion, my name is Champree Dinkins. I've been incarcerated 11 years. I testify today in support of the Jail and Prison Construction Moratorium, S1979. I ask the committee to report out the bill highly and favorably and work to pass it into law as soon as possible. And before I make my exit, I'd like to leave behind a quote to sit with, for all of us to sit with. A society is only as strong as the people. Hashtag I am free her. Thank you.
Any questions from the committee? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony. Michelle.